Okay. Don't turn your back on the city. Ooh, don't turn your back on the city. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good Friday. It is time for some more Slay the Spire mods. I took a look at... I was taking a pretty quick look. I did a little bit less digging than I like to do on the setup for today. So this was more the first one I found that fit my criteria. Which is to say, it's orbs. Time for orbs. Many orbs. We're here for orbs. We're here for push on through with 35 different orbs in a rarity and category system. So we've seen other orbs in a lot of other classes. Other orbs have been a fascinating way to work with Slay the Spire. It's a piece that already exists, so you don't have to build the infrastructure for it. There's already orbs and cards that work with orbs. And so we've seen like Water Orb, and we've seen Fire Orb, and we've seen many an orb. Okay, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. And we've seen different takes on orbs, and we've seen different directions that the orb slots have been used for other reasons. But the Chromatic, we just have orbs, and we're gonna have categories of orbs. So, yeah, slimes, orbs, and all sorts of orbs. So, let's jump on in and see what sort of orbs we have. So, Chromatic Core, not the Chromatic Core, that's different. Chromatic Core gives us an offensive orb at the start. Henshin. We are about ready to... Oh, glad to hear it, Adric. Hope the schedule's good for you. The chrome heart almost bursting from the amount of colors. So, what do we got? We got strike. It is strike. We got defend. It is defend. It's like a Rorschach defend. We have prepare. Prepare. Choose one of 3 random common orbs to channel. Discover orb. We have had colors as a thing too, combining. I actually have more colors in the pocket, more than we've played. I think there's 2 other mods I have that are like, I think one's like the painter, and then another one is another like specific color ones. So channel 1, Chromatic, choose an uncommon orb instead. Chromatic, if you have 3 different types of orbs. This check occurs before any orbs are channeled by the card. Okay, so Chromatic is a upgrade to a card if you have 3 different orbs. Uncommon orbs are better than common orbs, rare orbs are better than uncommon orbs, and legendary orbs are... Oh, legendary! Upgrade on this makes it trigger once rather than going to 0. Hey, better. Oh! Okay. Interesting. We're seeing a bit of some of the setup here. We have perhaps ways of changing cost, Chromatic making 0s. Orb variety seems important. There are 35 orbs. We better be playing variety packages of orbs. So it looks like we want to generate orbs pretty quickly. Lose all gold for a rare card, 3 random potions, swap out our relic. We can't do that. Transform a strike? I saw a black hole there. Ice Cube Warning. What is this? When this card is exhausted, gain 10 block, channel 1 frost, exhaust. And it's a status card. Oh, so if we had a way to eat status cards, okay. If we have a way to exhaust it, it goes off. We can also play it for an expensive cost. Also, it's a status in our card slot. It's an expensive block, but it is better than 2 defense combined. At least base. Doesn't have an upgrade because it's a status. Okay. Well, we want to remove defense now, but that's okay. Oh, wow. Look at this run. Where the little things are on the frame. I think this is just what the chromatic looks like. It's the chromatic, you can see the heart is full of color. And this is like the body of the chromatic being like bursting. You can see on these cards it's also bursting with some different color. It's just, it stays on these, whereas when we zoom in these, it disappears. Anyway, like I was looking. So many question marks up there. I think this round has 2 shops, which is a little awkward, but like, I don't have a way around that. I'd like this route anyway, so we're gonna do 2 shop. It's Splatoon goo, that's true. Alright. Channel Lightning. It is a lightning orb. Channel 1, Swarm of Needles. Common offense. Passive. End of turn, deal 1 damage to enemy 3 times. Evoke, deal 2+ damage to all enemies twice. And plus is the focus number. So focus ups the number of hits rather than the number of damage on the first. Torch Orb. End of turn, 2 damage to all enemies. Evoke, 2+ temp HP. And Blood Orb. All enemies lose HP. And you heal off of that. Let's take a Needle Orb, shall we? And then we can play an Ice Cube. That gives us enough block. We have, look at the needles. They're swarming. See? They're That's very cute that they're floating outside of the orb. Alright, prep. Vision Orb. Start a turn, scry 2, discarded statuses are exhausted. Okay. And then pick up a card from grave on Evoke. Speed. Temp Dex. At start a turn, gain 5 block on Evoke. Calcite Orb, end of turn, gain 3+ block at the start of your next turn, Evoke. I think the Calcite Orb. Now we got 3 orbs, so this is active. So this orb will gain 3 block at the start of your next turn. It has it in red, so you knew. No. Okay. Hey, better. Swing! So we're at 13 block. We gain 2 more block from Frost, and we're good. We get our 3 upgraded block. Between these 2, we get a full defend. Alright. Evoke. Channel 1 strike. Strike Orb. Channel Knight. Vuln and lock on all enemies. This orb is unaffected by focus. And then the Heart Orb. Gain 5 temp HP and heal for 1. And unaffected by focus. Night Orb. Vuln and lock. Night Orb. Alright. Cheap Strike. Sure. Fortune Telling. This turns on a Vision Orb, which gets rid of statuses. And then we have Charging Cable. When this is exhausted, gain 2 and channel a lightning. Ooh. The status setup seems really interesting. If we have ways to, like, Vision Orb to, get rid of them. And this also, like, if we play it, is, this is a -1 on Zap, you know? The card Zap from base defect. It is a status. It cannot be upgraded. We also just have Cheap Strike. I'll take the charging cable. This class is all about orbs. We have a shop upcoming, right? Yeah, we have a shop. I'll take regret. We have 2 shops, actually. That fixes one of the problems I was thinking of, which is just not having enough money to actually want multiple. Lightning torch. Oh, is this what the setup is? These are like the 3 we always have. That might be the 3 we always have. There are 4. I had 3 plus lightning. I said 3, but you know. Channel a calcite. We're taking a bit of regret damage. Okay, batter, charging cable. Alright, next turn we should be clean. Power of orbs. Prep, berserk. Deal 20 damage, gain 2 rage. When replay attack, gain block equal to your rage. Oh, rage! Like the effect rage from... Okay, I understand. Fog. That applies weak to them. All enemies, and it will keep going. A lot of orbs seem very powerful. Channel 1 strike. Yeah, frog orb. That might be a different orb. Astronomy. When you scry, gain 2 block and 1 temp strength, channel a vision. Brutality. Deal 2 damage 3 times, channel berserk. Light the way. Channel a torch. These are all fine. Astronomy gets a scry, and the vision orb scries, and scry with astronomy would set up discarding the statuses we're adding and getting them to fire for free. Brutality seems pretty damn powerful. And Light the Way is pretty free. Brutality. I don't believe in astronomy for the setup that our deck is going for. I know it's a little funky, but I think it'll be a fun thing to try to lean into. Give me torch, please. And then block. So 1 strike knocks you down, unless this is... Yeah, it's weak. Okay. Vision orb. So yeah, we go ahead and scry away the ice cube, and that exhausts the ice cube for free. We get to fire the ice cube. A lot of machine going on here. This is exhaust channel a cleanse. Reduce debuffs. Looping strike. Deal 6 damage. Trigger your oldest orb. Pick up. Replace one of your strikes with a looping strike if possible. Does not loop. Focus strike. Chromatic gain a focus. Ooh. Ooh, and looping. These are both really cool, actually. Looping strike means like we get to trigger orbs for free. and this makes us have 2 of them. This is a focus generator, and focus is obviously, like, really powerful. Like, focus is one of the best things you can be doing on orbs. I like both of these, damn. I don't care about washing cloth right now. I can see its power of, like, cleansing, if that times to get rid of, like, 1 turn of a debuff that's like a temp strength or something. I like that this doesn't exhaust unless it fires. I'm gonna take Focus Strike. Alright. We have a curse. I'm gonna say that aloud. There's a curse. Cheap Strike, Ice Strike. It seems like strikes are a theme in this. Channel of Frost. Null reference. When you play a 0-cost card, trigger your oldest orb. Wait, that rules though. Hold on. That's really cool. You can see the defect power in here. Ponder Orb makes some Flash of Steel and null reference. That's a purchase. Training Dummy would be a funny one. Yeah, I'm gonna go null reference and Flash of Steel. I'm gonna save the rest of the money for Shop 2. Okay. Channel Needles. Alright, I'm gonna go... do this. Flash of Steel Orb. Okay, so this isn't a skill. That is a skill. Channel 1 Speed, Channel 1 Bramble. I'm gonna spend this too. Heck. How long am I gonna be in this fight? Okay, so we get to go... null reference. Okay, I think we get out of here next turn. We just take 20 for this turn. Yeah. Okay. Because that was a 0-cost card. Ooh, Rainbow. Channel 1 Rainbow. Oh! Legendary. Okay. Passive, end of turn, channel a random orb, evoke, gain an orb slot, and put Rainbow back in the deck. Gain 4 block, gain 4 block, gain 5 block, gain 5 block. Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay. Upgrade. I think null reference needs to go to 1. Focus Strike to this is also really important. And Astronomy. Ooh. I want this in the opener. Okay. Oh! Yeah, that's fine. A lot of strikes. That'd be +3 for a lot. Channel 1 chain. Strike. Flash of Steel number 2? Whenever you play a strike, if you have 10 HP, gain 2 temp HP. I'll buy another Flash of Steel. And nothing else. Okay. Yeah, let's take Strawberry here. We're about to take another fight. Alright, Lagavulin we have time to set up against. Give me... Torch, Astronomy, Rainbow. There's the Rainbow Orb. Rainbow Orb. If gain 1 temp focus, evoke gain 1 focus. Well, I think this is the turn we turn on. Alright. Rainbow exhausted, 4th orb slot ready, and we have focus going. This did not work the way I wanted it to, I don't think. Gain 8 block and 1 thorns. The block, oh my goodness, the Bulwark Orb is going off. Yeah, okay. So I don't have a way to scry anymore with the astronomy doing what it's doing. It's a bit of a pain. Alright. There's 11 block from the Bulwark. There's all the block in the world, but it doesn't do anything. Flash of Steel, which triggers the Bulwark. Prepare. Channel 1 data. Ooh, channeling the data. Yeah, let's channel the data. And then Batter. That'll trigger the Lightning Orb. And we have a Blur. Hey, Glove Baron. It's orb time. We have the Rainbow Orb making random orbs. So Flash of Steel will trigger Rainbow Orb. The Thunder Orb! Ooh! Check out the Thunder Orb. By the way, we have 9 focus. Thunder! Fire! What? The data. Give me the Fire Orb. And then we let Thunder! Sure. Yo, wide fruit juice? Damn. 12 HP plus heal. Rare Orb. Choose one of 3 rare orbs. Channel. Trigger its passive. Okay. Ice Strike. Frosty. Relentless Strike. Channel of Void. You can exhaust a card to gain 2 block and draw a card on draw. Start turn post draw. Chromatic +1 damage, which also applies to your strikes this turn. Combat. What's your favorite wide fruit? I guess a pineapple isn't a wide fruit, it's a tall fruit, right? You can turn it and make it wide, I suppose. I'm gonna take the rare orb. Alright. Time for question mark happening. You want it? The Chromatic. When you exhaust a strike, add a random strike to your hand. Gain 3 plated armor, channel 1 iron. At start turn, gain a plated armor. Okay. Evoke or make a channel the data. Oh, sure, I'll take the plated orb. I think I'll pass on the rest. Alright. At the start of combat, 8 temp HP. Yes, please. Your friend Scarecrow has lent you his heart. I'm in. You're gonna have the gold. Ooh, Singing Bowl. That's an anchor that never goes away, you know? Also, we have cards that key off it. Remember, we saw a card that said, if you have temp HP, comma, do something, right? So, like, I'll take 3 here, but I'll still keep the 5 for the anchor. These can be discarded. Let's get some real things. Charging cable open. That puts me on the Focus Strike. We want to upgrade that Focus Strike pretty soon. It's important that we upgrade the Focus Strike. Because turning that into a strike that is also, like... You know what? I'll take all these. Rare orb. Channel a plasma, trigger it. Channel a bulwark, trigger it. Channel thunder, trigger it. Alright. There's all the block in the world. Have fun. Turn on the null reference. With these 3 barriers. We only need 1 more barrier and we're completely invincible. Focus Strike next. Defend 4.1. Put a random 0-cost card from your discard pile into your hand. Ooh. So right now, our deck only has the Flash of Steels, but they're incredibly powerful zeros. I kind of want more Focus Strikes, though. These seem like just really powerful. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and smith... I'm gonna smith the Focus Strikes. Let's get these upgraded. Alright, Hexaghost. We have 1 turn of setup. Give me... Torch. Astronomy. Rainbow. Batter. Flash Steel. you're right, the defend. Rainbow adds a focus on the upgrade, but the copies of Rainbow don't do that. I need defense. Lethargy. You know? Wait, a random enemy loses 1 strength. Like, that's not... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's not a temp strength down, huh? That's why, look, rare orbs do huge work, I see. Alright, we're gonna take a little bit of a lump here, but like, not as much as it feels like, because this orb is gonna go off again, end of turn. Down to 424, we'll take minor damage. But we're gonna put you in the presser. I almost don't want to put up too many rotating orbs here. Like, just keep putting this -1 on you. Like, you'll die to it. Okay, Focus Strike. And we'll put up Rainbow. Ooh, what's this orb? Temp Thorns. Anyway, we have 3 focus. Now I think we can start going through orbs quickly. Channel of Fog. We're starting to build up a multitude of orbs. Oh my god. Statuses that are discarded this way are exhausted. We're also immune to the burns? Yeah, okay. Good luck. Like, we can scry away the the burns. Oh no, strength up. Let's get this null reference going. Ooh, what's this one? Gain 5 temp HP. We have no deck, so we don't get the scry. Dark Orb is a rare orb. I'm gonna take Lethargy Orb again. Dark Orb with a free trigger is also very powerful in how this class works. In this class, Dark Orbs cycle so much. We're playing so much. Okay, cycle the Rainbow. Rare Orb. Let's put Poison Orb. Oh my god. Wait, that's affected by focus? Also, we're coming in for 0x6. Better be ready, y'all. I really like the random pile of orbs and like, oh no, burns. I don't have my scry right now. That could be bad. Choose a card to exhaust. If you do, gain 5 block, draw a card. Well. Yeah, okay. I agree with that one. Right now, we have minus 11 strength. I think one of the smart things that this mod does is that orbs are set in, like, categories. Defense orb, offense orb, and so, like, you get a taste of, like, what orbs will do. So many of them. Heart Strike. Chromatic, gain a max HP. Also channels of Vitality. Vitality is a block orb that gives temp HP and heals. Character development. The first time you fully lose a debuff each turn, gain 1 focus. Gain 3 vulnerable. Then the Crystal Blast. Deal 27 damage. Channel 1 Crystal, which is... Oh, Crystal! We've actually seen Crystal. This is an orb in one of the mod soup mods, actually. That's exactly how it works. It's from like a mod soup one. It might be Halation or like one of those like big ones. Like this is an extant mod or orb. I've played with it. Shuffle the 3 shards when this card is exhausted. What? Oh, the real power of this card is if you can blast the crystal, you get really look at the powerful shards you get here. 0 cost, deal 6, channel crystal, draw. Core, gain 5 temp HP, channel crystal, draw. Or we have it, everybody. There's the Flexterity. Mark it down on your bingo cards. No way to actually exhaust this. It doesn't have exhaust itself. I'm going to take Heart Strike. Vitality is something that is a powerful orb. This is a powerful card. Alright, and what do we get for our... Remove 2... I will probably just remove 2 defense. I can transform, but I'd rather just remove some. Let's get these defense out of here. I really like that attack. The big thing about Crystal Strike is that Crystal Strike on play is still almost a bludgeon. And that's fine. That's a powerful card that you're like, okay, playing. I'm gonna take... I'll get 1 elite. I don't like this line. It's got like most interesting stuff on it. No shop, but that's okay. We're not like super flush with cash at the mo. The debuff synergy with flexing makes a lot of sense. That's true. Astronomy, we get that orb in. Heart Strike, we get the heart. Look upon the heart. And we get the focus. There's the 2 focus. We'll get the block off that. That card's ethereal. Okay, well. It's fine, we're not in like a boss fight. But yeah, like, with temp strength, temp dex, like, that's a really easy way to get, like, debuff stuff to work. Anyway. Powerful move here. We get to play that. Heart Strike is the kind of card you can never take without, because you can't play without getting the 1 HP. The thing about Heart Strike that makes me like really love the card for that is that compare this to Frost Strike from obviously it's a rare, from like Defect or even that we've seen. Like at minimum, this is still deal 10 damage, put up a better Frost Orb, and the upgrade is a little better. You do really want to, like, I understand the need though. Like, it's optimization. We've left an HP on a table by putting this in exhaust, right? What if I die exactly here? Channel overload. We got a Dark Orb sitting here. We have a lot, like, I keep adding cards that, like, this is a really fun class because it's really good at rolling a lot of weighted dice, okay? A card like Prepare or a card like like, a lot of these cards that generate the random orbs, it's like, oh, random choice, it's hard to build around, but they're all weighted. So, if I just go ahead and play Prepare, that'll knock you out the box. Ooh, Brutality. What is this one? Enemies lose 4 HP, channel blood. Increase the orbs evoked by... Okay, so whenever you fully lose a debuff, gain 2 block. Make a Bramble, which has Temp Thorns. It'll fall off. The following synergy tips, heavily inspired by Mari's debuffs master pack. Oh, that's so cute. The following orbs grant debuffs: Speed, Bramble, Berserk, Data, Focus, and then Mercury. Ooh. I'm gonna take Brutality. I think the debuff plan makes a lot of sense with temp stats. I actually want blood. We're gonna take a blood orb. And then we want astronomy, eat a charging cable, brutality. Ah, sweet. We can discard the ice cube. That triggers the ice cube. And let's put brutality back on top of the deck. We're going to trigger the Heart Strike. This will trigger it. We'll gain the health off it, which is important. 1 HP. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Rainbow. Get that going. The best generic advice I can give for, like, just starting playing Slay the Spire is it feels like adding a card to your deck every time you're given the option is the best way to make your deck more powerful. But there becomes a point where your deck overloads itself. And now, like, you know, our deck contains just the 1 rainbow, but with 20 cards, it'll take us 4 turns to see it. With 30 cards, it would take us 6 turns to see it, with no other help. So, sometimes passing on a card can be more powerful than not. Let's focus, and then prep for heart. Yeah, like, I realize those are, like, very generic things to think about, but, like, it's a game that takes some time to get a feel for. I have a lot of love for it. We're gonna bonk the... Wait. Hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, swing! When this card is exhausted, gain 1 orb slot. Bad about passing cards too. Like, that's what, like, right now we have the singing bowl, which lets us better, like, want to pass on cards. You know, we get a bonus for it instead of nothing. Debug. Draw 2 cards for free? Oh, pot of greed, huh? Huh, exhaust a card in your... That's really cool with these exhaust pieces. Obviously, the longer you play this, like, you know, your deck is going to run out of cards, but we have cards that really want this. We want to exhaust cards like the Ice Cube when it is exhausted, or Charging Cable. And we also just have a few things that I think are eatable as things are set. Like, you know, Strikes and Defends are very edible. I would take the external storage. It doesn't upgrade. It's like a, you know, free orb slot, but I don't feel like orb slots are what we want as much as we just want, like, getting to a pile of orbs, and Rainbow lets us do that more than anything. I would never. When you get a skill upgraded, okay. I say I would never. That was me checking my money and seeing when the next removal was. A lot of Slay the Spire. Yeah, like, Lost Branch, I think, gives you 5 gold on skip for that reason, too. What other, like, just sort of, like, general internalized bits can I think about? Defense is there's a balance to offense and defense you want in your deck that's hard to get, like, a true feel for until you getting deeper into places. You don't want to overload on defense because, like, then you can't finish a fight. You don't want to forego it completely, or else you're, you know, unless your deck is one that can kill in such a short time. I want the Ice Cube, actually. And then Focus Strike you Astronomy. That gets us enough temp HP. We'll take 5 plus 10. We have 10 block, and we have 12 temp HP. And the 4 from this. I don't want the Strike, and I don't think I want the Rare Orb if we have Rainbow in hand. Ooh, Heart Strike active. I would love another... Okay, so Debug. Let's get rid of the Defend. We're gonna Heart Strike. Get our 96th point of health. And then this is the third hit that'll knock the bird down on the ground. I'll put a Flash of Steel back on top of the deck. It's free. Synergies are another good point. They're the piece we're most exploring when we're doing mods like this, where, like, we're seeing the zero-cost likers and the orb likers and the chromatic, like, randomness of the build and the self-debuff plans, the cards that cross over between them and the cards that enable them. Batter, for instance, is a chromatic card that also is a zero-cost card. It's also a starting deck card to show that off. A nice, a very nice way of showing you how to do that sort of thing. Took me a bit to look it up, but call it draw 2 in Slay the Spire Laboratory rather than Pot of Greed. Yeah, the Dominion Laboratory, which is the 5 gold action that draws 2 and gains an action to replace itself. Uh, Berserker. Yeah. God, Dominion's a game I've played so much of, but like we've never found a way to like do things like that. I guess there is a Dominion Online like client thing. But like we play so much of it in paper. It's like the most played game we have. Okay, orb slot, 6 channel blood, chromatic, make the blood, eat the there. This is upgraded because it's a skill. Dominion, the card game by Rio Grande that has 14 expansions over the last 18 years. Dominion Seaside, Dominion Intrigue, Dominion Prosperity, Dominion Adventures, Dominion Guilds, Dominion Dark Ages, Dominion Rising Sun, Dominion Adventures, Dominion Hinterlands, Dominion Cornucopia, Dominion Alchemy, Dominion, all these different Dominion ones. Dominion taught you the power of Chapel. Yes, we have a number of like notable games in Dominion we've played over the years, and the one where I got to teach Chapel to everybody when my deck got down to, it was like gold, Chapel, Province. And it's just like, Take 2 HP here. Yeah, we don't have the Chapel being a card that just removes 4 cards up from your hand, from your deck. Again, away in Slay the Spire to gain power, removing your worst cards. This is really... So the Flash of Steels make that a lot more likely to be going off, because once the deck gets small, if you take a look at the deck, power, exhausts, power. Like, once we get down to it, the deck is like 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And like the debug even eats through that quicker. So like the Flash of Steels are what this ends up as in the infinite. Four block isn't the most powerful payoff. However, if I'm thinking about the long term, it does mean that the heart is dead, because the 4 block from that can offset the heartbeat damage from like, if our deck gets down to 5 or 6 cards, we can hold them and then just loop Flash of Steels. This is like 50-50. I'm gonna pick this, and then we'll have to take the key in 3, which is maybe we can just get a chest here and not have to take it. That's fine. Smith, let's go ahead and get Heart Strike upgraded. This gets us more health more quickly. If we're going to upgrade this card, we want to do it now. Focus Strike is the other one I want to upgrade, and then like Null Reference Rainbow for the focus. There's always the process running in the back of my mind that is, what am I doing for the heart, you know? Okay, let's go Null Reference Flash of Steel, debug, get rid of the charging cable. Ooh, that's very strong. Put a rare orb up. This is going to be an awkward turn one. We're taking a lump or 3. Getting a focus every time the rainbow is looped is pretty good. I don't think the copied rainbow is Rainbow Plus off of Rainbow Plus is the problem, right? I think it channels a rainbow orb, and the rainbow orb creates the card named Rainbow, not the card named Rainbow Plus. It does make this just better, because it's like one focus is one focus is one focus. That's like very real. Alright, we're taking a lump or 2. We can heal it off with the power of Wide Toy Ornith up here. This is actually kind of bad. It means our chromatic cards aren't on draw. That might have not been correct to play that, and rather we should have played the other piece. Okay, that's enough to get you off the table, which is what I want. And then start moving from there. And now we're gaining plated armor off of the Iron Orb. We don't have any focus for it, but like now we have all the defenses in the world coming off these. There's Rainbow. Ooh, what's this one? Speed. I am speed. It's a lot of fun to roll weighted dice. You know? Ignite. Apply 4 ignite all enemies. Okay, Sunmi. Am I wrong? Tell me where I'm wrong. This orb is originally from the Summoner's Menagerie pack. This is maybe like the second or third mod that I've seen that calls these out here. I've seen dozens that do it in the Steam page. That's actually a very nice thing where you'll see a lot of credits and such, or even on here. But like having it called out in here, this is like the second time it's been called out, and I think that's very cute, very cool. Channel the data. Channel the data. I agree with that, thanks. Stack the whole dice. Songmin getting the perfect dice combination is a underrated moment from the Genius. God, I wanted Genius UK to be a lot better than it was. It finally did hit its stride in the later episodes, but I don't know that I'll be able to, like, forget using, like... I thought it was my phone. It wasn't a climactic moment. More like Genius okay, am I right? It was fine. It was fine. It just could have been better. After you apply a debuff to an enemy, gain 2 block. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Tries chains. Trigger the orb's passive ability. Chains. Okay. A lot of these are going to be, I think, at this point. Yeah, I'll pay the life for this, obviously. There's no world where I don't. Now, if we find Necronomicon, we don't have anything real to double right now. We go pat my Neo. Obtain the book. In Kyridian? Nilri. Nilri is just fine. Nilri has the downside of possibly filling your deck with chaff. But the biggest thing about Nilri that makes Nilri really strong is the word may. It cannot harm you unless you choose to let it. Like, if you're adding cards. Like, if you don't like all 3, no thank you. That's a... I'm so excited for Downfall, Slay the Spire board game. I'm really interested to hear how the mod makers are involved. Because I assume, like, you know, I assume they're going to have to be involved, with, like, balance and such. And also, like, they made them. They obviously must have given their assent to the board game, right? I'm gonna take this here. Happy Flower is very good, but I'm just gonna get this in case. Hey, bump. Pre-processing. Scry 6, exhaust all status, channel 1 processor. Shame. I'll take the pre-processing, I don't know what it does. Strike like a ninja. Deal 4 damage, add a shiv, add 1 speed. Madness 0. Ooh, focus strike. Batter. Oh well. I wanted the focus strike if we could have got that too. So, let's take a look at pre-processing. Scry 6, exhaust all status cards. That's fine, we got a lot of that. Processor Orb. Draw 1 plus half focus extra cards. Okay. Yeah, sure. Now we're, like, we can easily get that to 2 or 3 cards. I'm gonna go and channel... Blood. And then check this out. Bam. Lightning Strike. Deal 6 damage, channel 1 Thunder. Whoo! Chromatic, next 2 times you play a strike, trigger all passives of your Thunder and Lightning. The Monolith. When this card is exhausted, attack all enemies for 24 and channel the Knight. The Knight. Ah, and this is apply weak to all characters. I'll take the Lightning Strike into the deck. So this will be nice, so we'll get to see the rest of the mod like this. That's going to be very cool. I don't think I want pre-processing. I might want the null reference, though. 3x21. I'd actually rather draw real cards right now. Draw a card. Prep an orb. I'm gonna put D-Bar on top. And then let's focus strike. Then let's focus strike. And that should get us -4 strength from the chain orb because of the focus. Strike 4.1. Is this a strike? I wonder if this counts as a strike. That's cool that there's strike and defend that both do this for the 0 costs. Sanguinomancy, I'm gonna skip. I like that the healing on this is unaffected and is small. Like, it's made to be very tiny. Oh, we can exhaust the charging cable. Turns that on. Let's put Rainbow down. Rare orb. So close. Bleed. Lose 5 HP, gain 1 focus, channel of blood. Firewall. Gain 10 block, exhaust all the curses, and then gain some extra block. Evoke your rightmost orb, channel a higher rarity orb. That's cute. Go to 1. Blood. Blood. Come forth, divine lightning. Indignation. Hey, hold on now. I am fairly interested in the ability to do this, especially on a channel. So the blood orb gains you health back based on like how much health it's drained. I'm in. I will bleed. We have 102 health. Alright, we want to go Astronomy, we want to go Plate Shield, then we want to go Heart Strike. Then we get Batter. And now we're at, oh, Plate Shield, never mind, Plate Shield didn't make it, because apply Jinx equal to half your unblocked damage. Also from Summoner's Menagerie. When they were, oh, that's the receive debuff. Yeah, I remember playing with that. Your strikes deal +2 damage, channel 1 strike, increase this card's cost by 1. And then the Torch Barrier, which is a better block that makes a torch. Nightmare Orb. Apply weak, -1 strength, and poison to all enemies. Hell yeah. I'll put a Plate Shield in the deck. Nightmare. So this is going to apply weak and minus strength to all enemies, and the strength is permanent minus. Upgrade? Oh, upgrade with a random orb of +1 rarity. I was wondering, upgrade all your orbs. Yeah, let's put the Orb Smith in the deck. Upgrade all orbs. Orb. Grave Storm Orb. Choose a non-rare card in your exhaust pile to play. Remove it from combat. Holy smokes. Mercury Orb. 1 to 4, temp, strength, dex, thorns, and focus, rolled separately. Evoke, gain 3 artifact. I get to play Focus Strike again, though. What a powerful orb. So you want to choose if you're going to Gravestorm early or Gravestorm late, right? Like, because it eats the exhaust. Your strikes apply Vuln 1. Lost beautiful robot. Channel the heart. Channel 1 Introspection, 9 block. Introspection, give a random non-ethereal card in your hand retain, but has limited uses. It's true. Pick that because I'm picking all powers. The robots are beautiful. I'll take this. We got enough money. Yeah? Alright, I'm paying 244 gold for this. Will that pay itself off? I have no idea. Do I care? Also, no idea. I mean, that one I do have an idea about. I think. All right. We're gonna have to figure it out. 244. We'll try to do some counting as time goes on. If this was worth it, we obviously could have bought Kudai, and this is okay. The dex doesn't really help us because a lot of our defensive options are from orbs. Whoa! Golden orb!
It's yours, my friend.
Alright. So 32. Immediately to 33. Okay, well, what do you got to add? Put a Heart Strike in the deck, yeah. This is a dangerous one. Okay. Now I think we're doing okay. What if Nilri's Codex just gives us 1 max HP, you know? It's nice to do that, ain't it? Ice Cube gone. I need an energy so bad. Black hole! Black hole! Black hole! Gain 13 block when this card is drawn, lose 1 energy. When this card is exhausted, channel a dark and put Fruit Day. Bottom of your draw pile, Fruit Day. Evoke your next orb, channel that orb, shuffle a black hole back in your... Oh boy. Some days are fruit days and some days are black hole days. I understand, friend. I've been in those worlds. Alright. First, let us charge. Second, let us meditate. Third, let us evoke. Poison Orb. Fourth, let us draw. And fifth, let us... startup. Does this give us another arm? Like, visually? That'd be really good if it did. Alright, here we go. Additional arms? Nah, no visible. But imagine we're juggling these orbs is kind of the thought process in my head, right? Rare orb. Bullet, please. And remove and permanently store your oldest orb for this run. Trigger the passives of all stored orbs. This builds in a really fun way. Obviously, as an added to a card deck, it doesn't do anything. Ah, cool. The upgrade makes it evoke, so you don't lose the orb. Intellistrike. Anyway, we're at 61, so we gained 29 gold off of the first gold orb run. Order. Choose one of... Bring random common orbs, channel and trigger its passive twice. Yeah, fine. We have enough orb generation. Smithing. We are upgrading... Rare orb to cost 1. I keep seeing this card and I want it to cost a little less. Okay, hello. 74 is our starting gold. Beautiful, lost one, channel the vision. Give me the draw. Pre-process. Put the ice cube away. Put the strike away. Okay. Robot will defeat robot. Don't care about either of those right now. Rainbow's big. Flash of Steel on top of the deck. We have the null reference up, so whatever we play will trigger a go. I'm gonna go Focus Strike. That's a lot of draws, and we are okay. Pass on this. So yeah, 22, we full block this. Oh, Void Orb, we can eat cards. That's good. Okay, down to 2 HP. I'm gonna eat the charging cable. Perfect. Let's put the plated shield up. That'll eat the rainbow. We get our slot. Draw, rid of the defend. We can hit you. Prep. Channel on heart. Get you off the table. Okay. Channel 1 cleansing orb, laser beam. Do we still have the eating orb here? Nah, the void orb is gone. I'll skip. If the void orb was here, I'd grab some of those exhaustible cards, but the void orb has already been eaten. I like that we have multiple hearts. We have the vitality orb and the heart orb and the heart orb. Ooh, pre-process. Channel 3 iron. Hey, hold on now. Legendary. All right, let's get that makeshift barricade in here. Whoa! I gotta play the rainbow though, damn it. Because rainbow's ethereal, I need to play it to make sure that we have it off the table. Ooh, rare orb. That's good, we can channel an iron orb there. Gain plated armor. Like, look at how much plated armor this is gonna gain. It's 4, so when I play the barrier, I'm gonna gain 12 plated armor. That's invincibility. I love plated armor. It's like free armor. Literal. What if I'm completely invincible? 51? Nice try. Do you know how many plates I have? Yeah, just outscale the hyper beam. That's not hard. Anyway, I'm going to gain a few plated armor. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't need to be unruly. Hyper beam, sure, yeah, 51 damage. Anyway, I've got 50 plated armor. I need that plasma pretty badly. Alright, putting up the blood orb. I just won't take damage, yeah. I won't deal it either, apparently, but you know, I won't take it. We can stall or summon a million orbs for cash. At some point, our orbs, like, because we have a lot of random orb generation, like, we're going to generate offensive orbs, right? At some point, like, blood orb and poison orb show up, and like, we're going to be at least doing some offense. I know we could, like, try to effectively, like, game that more for, like, a pile of money. I'm not going to attempt to do that. You know what I mean? You are always chromatic. Anyway, I have 76 plated armor. That's a normal amount, right? Good for them, indeed. Love wins, robot wins. We've got the rainbow, we've got the chromatic, we've got the pride. So long, gay robot. Anyway, I'm at 106 now because my blood orb went off. My deck is also 11 cards total. And I've added like 3 or 4 of them in here. We're at the point where the deck is down to component pieces. You know? 43 damage. Hold on. We had 27 strength. What was happening? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just a little bit. Hold on. On the offensive. $81 was the dollars number? So we've gained $100, over $100 from Golden Orb. I shouldn't have taken the money before the count, but 81, yeah. Over $100 from that. By the way, this is gain an orb slot, lightning, needles, torch, blood. I will, you know what? That sounds fun. It exhausts too, and it's a pile of orbs. Runic Pyramid, Coffee Dripper. I'm gonna take Coffee Dripper. I want the energy pretty badly. I would take any energy relic, I think, here. Hey, Donudeka. Good friends. They actually scale in a reasonably powerful way, so great. This looks awesome. Let's take this. Wow, I love our route right now. 3 question marks, 2 elites, late shop, fire so we can grab our upgrade, our crystal. Yeah, who else could fight Shapes but Shapes? 254 starting gold for this fight. Astronomy, rare orb for lethargy. Heart strike, and then offense. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll let the spaghetti code in here. Okay, rare orb first for iron orb. Honest to goodness. Okay. $271, so that was another 17 gold. So we're up to about 120 gold from my count. Cosmic Blast. Behold. Optic Blast. Okay. Torch. Wow, they're all coming in here, huh? We're gonna take 4 damage. So we were at 281. Start this. Charging cable, rainbow. I will focus. Look at how much temp HP we have now. I think we're going to beat it. I think we're going to gain more gold off Golden Orb than it cost. It's slowly getting there. We've gained another almost 30 gold in this fight alone. And these things just sort of happen, so... Yeah, that was 26 more gold. Okay. Strike like a ninja. Channel 1 speed. Ooh. I actually want Looping Strike for Looping Strike. I think that's an upgrade. We'll be removing those strikes if we get the chance, but like... Okay. Happy Pride, everybody. Goddamn, we get both of these? Ooh, that's so good. We get so much energy and so much block. We're ready to go. I'll put Debug on top of the deck. So here we get, Rainbow. On the offensive. Okay. I love going on the offensive and just having like 4 different orbs that just go like bonk, like just all over the place. Come get some. This exhausts unless you are chromatic. Okay. Cute. This is a very good character for making nonsense occur. Yeah, it like I said, you're rolling a ton of weighted dice. And rolling a ton of weighted dice is a lot of fun. I remember playing the Adventurine mod being very good for that reason as well, where like just doing a bunch of nonsense felt so good. I was not watching what our money was going in here. Happy Pride. Balatro Pride is here. The triple rainbow. Channel 1 fire! Take more HP. We don't have enough HP yet, obviously. Yeah, I'll take this fight. We don't have a lot of relics. Okay, remember, I have to remember when we hit a, to make sure when I hit, a fire, what we need to do there. Astronomy, bleed, brutality, and just defend. Draw a card for each unique orb you control. Chromatic insight. Alright, a little bit of a lump. We can get rid of the burns though. We get 4 scry. That's fine. And then, the Iron Soul technique. There's a defect card that has draw a card for each orb. Stable to an attack at the same cost. I think this version is stronger. Yeah. Why didn't I just eat the ice cube? It's fine. Yeah, Compile Driver is the name of that one. It's a really cool one. Anyway, channel more rainbows. Draw a card. Draw a card. Continue channeling more rainbows. I've stopped counting I've stopped counting for our money. I think we've hit golden orb money. I'm pretty sure it's paid itself off. What is this? Introspection orb. Oh, we can recover orb. Focus strike. Flash of steel. Plate. Get another rainbow. Rock Punch. Was that just Lightning Strike? The normal card named Lightning Strike? This is the most dangerous a fight's been in, I think, an act and a half at this stage. Rare Orb. Thunder. On the offense. Let her rip. Lizard Tail. Gain 4 temp HP. Pick up a card in your discard pile in your hand against Ethereal. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Channel 2 cards. Drop 2 cards. Channel 1 speed. Next turn, draw 2 cards. Okay. Faster, 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 faster. Oh, yeah. Can we get rid of a strike? We can get rid of a defend. Sweet. Thank you. Give me a torch, please. And then we're gonna go... Null reference, better. Spare parts. We gotta scale a little faster for this fight. These get out of hand really quick. I'm probably willing to spend some pieces to get moving quicker. Okay. Debug, eat the ice. Rainbow. Flash of steel back on top of the deck. Charging cable. Nightmare. Okay, that helps. We're still taking like 1,000,000 damage, but not like infinite million damage. Okay, and that lightning bolt went exactly where it needed to go. We are fine. Perfect aim. We have a lot of setup, so the early turns don't always go the way we're looking. You can keep setting up for eternity. It's true. We basically just never stop setting up with this deck. Our opponent has so little strength. Alright. Whenever you lose temp HP, gain strength. Retribution. Deep Strike, Hex Strike. Yeah, against Heartbeat, we we have a lot of strength in the last fight. Let's go Astronomy. Open your heart. Channel the heart. Swap this. I'm setting up a lot of blood to try to pay off things here. So we've healed a few. I've stopped looking at the gold orb. I have now accepted that the gold orb is infinite. Happy Pride. Let's take the chromatic, even though we don't need it. Give me the orb slot. Sure. Love to roll dice. Love to add more orbs. Love to get paid. Give me thunder. Only fear for this deck is that it's too slow for the heart. That is a possibility. Like, we are, what, on turn 5 right now? Like, just we do all this infinite building. That was the reason I cared about the Ornamental Fan, for helping that. I'll take another debug. Debug can eat debug if things get bad, and that draws through our deck quicker. You know, that's free damage. We do a lot of that. Shop 1.
You want it?
Pellets. 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 So what if there aren't debuffs? Panache? Pellets. Probably eat a strike too, right? Rainbow is a power and it keeps being added back to our deck, so we'll always be able to pellets. I think I'm gonna pass on Panache, mostly because we're already moving enough. I don't know, like, we don't have, like... I worry about our deck being 20 powers.
It's yours, my friend. You want it?
Like, obviously, Panache is really easy for our deck to be able to, like, play something like enough cards in turn for that. Like, when you're infinite, you're already infinite, right? Is orange pellets once per turn? No. This could be dangerous. These things get aggressive fast. Well, not this turn at least, thank goodness. Debug, get rid of the batter. Astronomy, rare orb. Okay, so we get our Scry 3, which is perfect. It gets the charging cable. Bunch of energy. Give me the processor. Keep going. Well. Yeah, there's a number of vanilla self debuffs. The big thing is like flexes work that way. Anything that is a flex, you'd be able to remove the debuff. But then there's like cards that apply. There's a couple powers that do it. Yeah, and we have flex orbs is a big part of like this. All right. Most beautiful robot. Fortune telling. Okay, 400 gold for this shop.
You want it?
Earn isn't bad. Another heart strike. Honestly, I feel like we can do better than earn. Like, it's fine, it's just like, we're gonna be... I'm gonna remove a strike. I think I'm just gonna save the rest. I know we could, like, Prismatic, it would be funny, but, like... Let's just save the rest for final shop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have 132 health, so like... Anyway, let's get all our focus in. I want... Mostly it's like draw power is the last thing this deck needs. And offense. Been thinking about the Lagavulin fight for the entire run. Like, this has been... It's been a thing. I like how much of our deck is just throwing ones at our opponent. Is it time to go infinite? Wait a minute. Are we there? I think it's time to go infinite, y'all. Whole deck is in hand, 2 flash steals. Yeah. Anyway. No, another fight. We got one last fight, of course. We're all good. Debug is just inevitability because sooner or later it'll exhaust all the cards that aren't named. Flash Steel. The other thing is we can't exhaust our deck out because Nilri prevents us from, like, fully removing everything, right? We don't have that. Like, that's like, a, you know, one of those, like, oh no, I've overextended and I exhausted everything by nah, Nilri just says, nah, you're good, thank you. Like, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You're good. Everything's golden. Oh, I didn't deal with this. Well. Whoops. just like, is there something you forgot? If you forgot it, could it really be that important? You know, like, how important could it be? Anyway. One of the weirder garbage times we've seen around. Yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. Anyway, we are at least at the end of Act 3 with this, so we're getting ready to finish the party. I'm gonna make null reference cost 1. There have been times where we've drawn this and I'm not able to play it. Alright. This deck is just way too busy to setting up, it's true. Plasma, Astronomy, Hard Strike, Bleed. This deck needs a top, that's what's missing. Ah, it exhausts the card at random on upgraded. I understand. We're not set up on defenses yet. We have focus, but we're not set up on defenses. So, like, there's some actually pretty big damage coming in. Luckily, we have all the time in the world for it. Let's eat the ice cube. If we had gotten Awakened one, we may have been in, like, legitimate danger, you know? Creative AI versus, yeah. Keep debugging. Uh-huh. Almost there. I'm glad we bought the gold orb. With countably many riches. I'm just gonna keep playing rare or. Ooh, hold on. Put rainbow down. By the way, every time I play a zero, you know? Hey Charles, thank you for the raid. We are we're doing crimes. Our deck is now we're playing Balatro. Our deck is currently 3 debugs and 2 flash of steals. Hello, yes, on Fridays I play Slay the Spire mods, checking out different characters. This one is all about funky orbs. We have a rainbow orb and a thunder orb and a vitality orb and many other orbs available to us. We also are just able to eat our entire deck, so it's just 2 Flash of Steels, which is also pretty good. But yeah, for everyone walking in from Charles's stream, I hope Tactics was a good time. It's time to place your bets. It is time to guess what you think the score of this run is going to be. I know if you just came here, you probably won't know, but you can still place your bets. The minimum viable, I believe, is like 550. The regular would probably be a little over 800, as you can see by people's guesses in the chat. But if you put in the $1 bob or the high hit, you know, good on you, you know? Maybe it'll go. Yeah, so place your bets. In just a moment, we'll check them out. I'm actually going to step away while you place your bets. I'll be back in a minute here. All right, everybody, it's time. You channel the might of all your orb friends. Yeah, orb friends. We have 35 orb friends. 885. All right, let's take a look. 885. Jen, you're just over at 891. Bearminator at 876. Yeah, it looks like Bearminator at 876. Congratulations. Yeah, we didn't collect 1 million relics, we didn't have a gigantic deck, and we didn't fight a ton of elites. But we did have 140 health and 1 million gold from this orb. But yeah, congratulations, Bearminator. You are the closest without going over. Let's go ahead and move on for the end. I don't have the chat for streams. Like, I don't keep the chat visible, so like that is a thing that's ephemeral with these. But I try to make sure that I state aloud the winner of the contest. You know, the closest without going over the Price is Right rules, so that they are trackable. I haven't tracked them, but I'm make sure they are trackable in some manner in that way. This is probably the Focus Strike, or maybe the Rainbow, and give it the +1 focus. Those are both the same upgrade, right? This is +1 focus, and this is +1 focus. So, they're the same upgrade. I'll take this one. All right, $440 for a final shop. Chemex, you know, we could have some health. It's clearly missing. A fourth copy of Debug? You know, I was just thinking, like, we really aren't getting fast enough, clearly. Yeah. I think I'm buying that. Probably the secret technique, too, to be a 5th copy of Debug. Yeah.
It's yours, my friend. It's yours, my friend.
Yeah, I don't think I want anything else. Do I want to replace this wide regen potion with, like, some card generators? Let's do that. I could buy the thorns, obviously, but, like...
You want it?
Bingo, end the run with no strikes defense. It looks like we went there. But remember, we did upgrade one of our strikes to a looping strike. So we technically got there, which is the best kind of getting there, obviously. Alright. Secret technique, give me... debug. Astronomy orb. Debug, eat the ice cube. Null reference, active. Focus. Focus. Blind debug, eat the looping strike. Heart strike. Uncommon orb. I'll skip on these. Alright, getting 4 focus on turn 1 is pretty goddamn good. Focus is like the obvious piece that like makes this deck function. Discard this, this, and this. Put debug back on top. It's rainbow. Debug, debug, debug. Debug, eat the looping strike. Flash of steel on you. Rainbow's already back? Goddamn. Eat the burn, goodbye. Debug, eat the brutality. And then we get the burn. We're still gaining our gold. Oh no! Temp HP being eaten. Secret technique, give me on the offensive. We'll do on the offensive for the orb slot. Flash of steel. Debug, eat the storage. So bleed is nice because it eats temp HP for that loss of life. There's the offense going off. I'm sorry, do I have 26 thorns? Hey, hold on. Help? Okay. Pen nib. And a power potion. Alright. Time to look upon the heart. Rainbow, iron. Iron, huh? This is just what the deck does. And then to finish up the turn with these 4 barriers. We're gonna be putting a ton of junk in the deck, huh? All right. $60 incoming. Ooh, Firewall. Thank you. What a nice card to have here. Just eat all those statuses. Anyway, we're coming in for 60? Yeah, sure, whatever. Who cares? Nice. Like, yeah, what, you just block, right? Like, it's pretty normal. You just block 60. Eat the ice cube. Eat the firewall. Play the rainbow finally and get the extra orb slots in rotation. Okay. Alright, on the offensive exhausts itself, so we want to play it. Oh, a pen nib. I would like to apologize for the comments casting down on this next chances against the heart. The Chromatic forgives. All these orbs are friends, remember? I'm not even watching what we're doing over here, like... Somehow we got 12 strength along the way. Whenever we lose temp HP, gain a strength. Whenever we play a card without block, it's gonna hit our temp HP. And, you know... We're just gonna keep debugging. Alright, the deck is currently debug, 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 flash steel, rare orb. Anyway. And with that, we can build infinite block in the slowest way possible. Every 4 attacks, or sorry, every 3 attacks, we gain 4 block. So, what's left is we have Flash of Steel, debug. Nilri will give us a card back. And at some point, the Rainbow Orb will give us a card back. That point won't be happening because we're done. Oh, we're filling up with infinite blood to finish this up. Alright. Blood Orb. Blood Orb. 68 blood. 84 blood. $100 blood. Drain the heart. This whipped. This was very good at being just like a pile of strong offensive, defensive things where we aren't really sure what's going to happen, but, like, it's going to cross the finish line. Yo! Shunk. The Chromatic robot makes it to the top. Happy Pride, everybody. Orbs for all. Woohoo! I have to say this is the best end screen I've ever seen. Like, all the rotating orbs having the numbers on them for the dark orb. I like how it had you discovering orbs from a category. Yeah, a lot of cards that were like, here's a common orb, an uncommon orb, an offensive orb, a defensive orb. You know, like you wouldn't be sure what your offensive orb would be, but it would do damage and it would have an offensive thing. And you could kind of build towards it in different ways. Maybe you wanted, and like they were real decisions. One was AoE, one was random hit but more, one was lightning, and one was blood for healing and drained up. And all of them had different points where they'd be real. Defense works the same way, with lesser different choices, because defensive options are still like similar, but still you do have it. Block versus lower temp HP. Temp HP lasts longer. Minus strength on opponent, minus temp strength on opponent, versus multi-hit being more effective. And then you just have fun orbs. Four. Good stuff. We saw most of our cards. I'm sorry. Okay. Slime detected. I think this was also a really neat way that this played around not orbs. These cards being like when exhausted, with a lot of cards that like, hey, you scry, you get rid of statuses, you exhaust cards in your hand, and you get moving. Boy howdy did our deck having 4 copies of draw 2 for 0. Every single time I ever see draw 2 for 0, it's still haven't found more busted cards than that. You know? It's just how it be. Yeah, we have the rare orbs. Lethargy, legendary orb pickup. The neural network seems like a fun one to pick up early, so it can eat all your orbs, then like become every orb in your deck. Makeshift Barricade is made for me, because it's pile of plated armor, one of my favorites. Inner Rainbow is a way to like work if you're going in on like all the same orb, if you were like going super in on like Frosty or on Lightning. There's a couple cards that work that way. Torch orbs, there's a few cards that make torches. Good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all for joining. Hope you had a fun time with Slay the Spire mods today. Thank you, Charles, for the raid. Thank you, Ogniwi, for the sub. Thank you, just everybody, for being here. If you want to catch more, you always follow, see when you're live. You get access to the the Skull Eater emotes for following. If you sub, you get the wide list of mole drifters and mimics and skulls and slimes. But I'm just glad if you're here having a good time. You know, happy to help if they're I love to talk about Slay the Spire. I love to just sort of like enjoy these new mods, these pile of infinite mods we have, and just see the things that are fun to play with on them. Nothing planned on the weekend. I'll just be playing more Silk Song, I'll be real with you. Which you can watch those on YouTube. Those get uploaded like 3 or 4 videos a week. Currently midway through Act 2 from what I can tell. I say that like I know what comes after that or how many acts or... it's fine. We're having a great time. The most recent, I think we're one behind on like the from live. We had to end the one I just did on a bit of a cliffhanger because I was starting this stream, so we weren't able to finish a boss fight, but I have a good feeling about that one. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for joining. Yeah, have a good night, hey everybody.